So believe it or not, having the best sneaker collection ever is a lot like pizza. Let me explain. And you know, depending on where you get your pizza from, it's all gonna be different. Santarpio's is gonna be different than Umberta's. Joe's Pizza is gonna be different than Prince Street Pizza. Tony's up the street is gonna be different than Freddy's down the block. It's all gonna be different, right? No pizza is identical. So as a lot of you know, there's usually 8 slices in a pizza pie. And that looks pretty good, I can't lie. But when you're looking at the pizza, the first thing that you are looking for is the biggest slice. And for me, the biggest slice out of the pie that I just absolutely need is my Jordans. Some of my favorite pairs, I mean, come on. Jordan 6 Varsity Reds, not the infrareds, Varsity Reds. I mean, this is as good as it gets, in my opinion. Simplicity mixed with a classic Jordan sneaker. I heard these are coming back out. I can't wait. You know what's up with this box. Underappreciated, needs a retro, one of the best Bordeaux 7s. I mean, talk about a shoe never leaving my collection. And you gotta have a little bit of heat in the collection, of course. KAWS 4s. You can't have the biggest slice and not have just a little bit of heat. That is a piece of art right there. Some of the best 4s ever, in my opinion. We've talked about these a lot, but they're worth a mention. Money, I don't care if you can get them under retail right now. And by the way, I'll list some of these for you guys down in the description if you're interested in a pair. These are kind of cool. I don't know yet though. The list goes on, and they just have to be the first slice. I never get tired of unboxing a pair of Jordan Retros. Now for your second piece, you're gonna grab the second biggest slice, right? And of course it's gonna be some New Balance. Jordans and New Balance right there, that combination, need that. I mean, that's the core of my collection, and I love it. New Balance are just so good. This recent Kith collab is just one of my favorite pairs. Who knew that gray and white could look so good together and look so luxury? This is just perfection, in my opinion. A lot of their collabs are just unmatched. Some of the things that Joe Freshgoods has been able to do over the years. I mean, come on. That is a nice looking slice of pizza right there. This spring, it's going down with this pair. Need to wear them more. Aime Leondor is just always on a tear. And I know that some people, even on their pizza, like a little beef and broccoli. I can't hate on that. I keep it pretty simple with just cheese only, but I wouldn't blame you if you had to go the beef and broccoli route. These would have worked today too, dang. And when you've been in the game for a while, you just have some classics like these Navy 997s in the mix, the third slice from the pie. And mind you, everyone's preference in pizza is different, and when we get to all 8 slices, it might look different than yours, and that is the point of this video. Everyone should have a different pizza, so when you see all 8 of my slices, let me know how similar it is to yours. That third slice is of course Nike, and this might be a lot of people's first slice. It is what it is, and yeah, they're different than Jordan. I mean, Jordan does enough to earn its own slice. What Nike has in the archive, forget about it. Forget about it. Unmesswithable. The Air Force One is arguably the best sneaker of all time, and you could convince me. You could convince me, because I wear this shoe so much, so often, that, you know, I probably have 30 different pairs of Air Force Ones. I never have a rotation, a weekly rotation that doesn't have Air Force Ones in it. It just works with my foot so well. Nike can go deep in the archive and break out shoes that you didn't even know existed. I mean, when the Sunders retroed, I wasn't buying shoes like that when these first dropped in '99, I believe. So having a chance to get them now is money. And of course, Nike SB, they've always done their thing. And speaking of always doing their thing, Concepts is the definition of consistency. And you know, you need a consistent pizza place, and sometimes you grab that third slice before your second one is done. We could go all day here with just Nike. I mean, the Agassis, Air Max 90s. I mean, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. I said when I was gonna make this video, you're not bringing the entire sneaker collection into the room that you're recording this video. You got to keep it chill. Let's not mess with the aura of this place just because you got a pizza. And the fourth slice, of course, is the 3 stripes. You know, it would have been fitting if the 3 stripes were the third slice. Adidas has kept it pretty real with the low profile sneakers and how wearable they are. Similar to the Air Force One, I'm wearing the Handball Spezial pretty much every single week. I would be lying to you if I did not have them on the list at number 4. And you know, you could just go deep into the Adidas archive as well. There is so much history there. There are so many good pairs of Adidas. There are a few pairs on the list that I still need to grab from Adidas. Some of their newer runners have definitely caught my eye. Stan Smiths, I mean, come on. Always a classic and something that I wear often. This is an easy shoe to kind of dress up a little bit. Okay, that is half the pizza. 4 slices right there, and that is the main focus of your sneaker collection. You got to identify which brands speak to you, but do you just stick to those? No. Now that we have the brands established, we have to talk about comfort. It's very important. The truth is, the older you get with collecting sneakers, the more important comfort becomes. That absolutely has to be the 5th slice. If you're younger and you only care about the style and the comfort is just maybe an added bonus, I understand. I was there, trust me. I only cared about style for a while. I bought shoes a half size too small. I didn't care. I just cared about how they look. And I still do very much care how they look. But as you get older and your back starts hurting and your feet start hurting, comfort is king, almost. Honestly, for how much I've been wearing Asics, they could have been a whole slice of their own. Some of my favorite brands that I just mentioned make some really comfortable sneakers, and I find that the Air Max DN is one of the most comfortable Nike shoes, and that's the perfect spring sneaker right there. Love the DN. I'm excited to try out the DN8, and that shoe would probably fit the next category a little bit better. 992s, New Balance, consistent with the comfort. Very few New Balance that I have are not comfortable. Next slice is the creativity slice, and the Nike Air Max DN8 absolutely, I think, would categorize itself as a creative sneaker. Yeah, we've seen Nike use air throughout the midsole and the sole of the sneaker before, but not quite like that. And that is just something that I thought was pretty creative. Another shoe that I think is also pretty creative with how they stacked that Zoom X, that Nike React, and that Air Zoom right there, like a sandwich on the sole, the Nike Pegasus Premium. You know, look at this. This is a pretty creative shoe, especially from a brand that we are looking for innovation and creativity from. I mean, I like these. I would like to see more creativity and more about what I'm gonna talk about on the next slice from them. So that is a big reason why I'm talking about this, but you know, Nike does get creative. Okay, the 7th slice, and I can't believe I haven't had a piece of this yet. The whole room smells like pizza. Now, a lot of you may skip this slice, and you can let me know down in the comment section, but we have the experimental slice. So check these out. This is something from Puma, and this is their Mostro Mule. Now, obviously a lot of you would say that that's a slide, that doesn't matter. Well, for me, you know, I wear these in the same way that I would wear a sneaker. Just check how crazy these are with the spikes. And this is a polarizing shoe, and I know a lot of you would not wear these. This is definitely something crazy, but I like to experiment. And if you've been into sneakers and footwear and fashion for a long time, sometimes you like to experiment, and going the complete opposite direction, I like to experiment with other brands. When's the last time somebody showed you something from Merrell? I've been wearing these a lot, actually. The Winter Moc 3, it's just different. It's different. Sometimes you need a different piece of footwear to complement a look or just to change things up. If you can't get behind Merrell, don't worry. Nike ACG makes a little bit different of a version, but it'll give you that same type of look. All of these mules, I think, is experimental footwear, and it just holds your attention for a little while if you get sick of all the other stuff that I just mentioned to you. So don't be afraid to experiment, and let's get into the last slice so that I can eat this. We have a very important piece of footwear, and this used to be like the 5th slice for me, but things have changed just a tad, but they are still very important. We have this statement shoe. Usually collabs tend to have that statement vibe, so that just adds to things, and honestly, sometimes you get to that last slice and you just want to cut it in half. You want to make that last a little bit longer. So if I was to cut in half the last slice, I would do half statement, half hype. Yes, you heard that right. Sometimes it is just fun to participate in getting a hyped up sneaker, having a release that you're not going to see everyone else with. The Kids of Immigrant Nike Sunder collab, and honestly, this was a lot of people's #1 sneaker of the year, and it deserved it. This type of style and this type of vibe will always deserve a slice. And last up, the good stuff. The cheese and the sauce that spreads over all 8 slices. What is that? It's not a product. It's not a shoe. It's not a brand. It's none of that. It is what makes you happy. For me, what makes me happy is wearing my sneakers and how they look with an outfit. If I have a good fit and my shoes are complementing that, that's it for me. That's the cheese, that's the sauce, that's all the good stuff. It may be different for you. Some of you may be resellers. You may only care about what the dollar amount of a shoe is worth, and that's your cheese and that's your sauce. It's all good. Maybe you're just collecting sneakers because you care about the history of it and what that represents, and that's what makes you happy. That's cool too. So let me know what your sauce and your cheese is, what makes you happy with collecting sneakers. I'm gonna go wash my hands so that I can finally enjoy this pizza. I appreciate you guys. It got cold. Damn, I gotta heat it up. Let me know how you guys heat up your pizzas. I'm gonna have to turn the oven on. Gotta do the oven. Quick little broil. You know, maybe 30 seconds on the broil, full setting, should be good to go. Please hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed this one, and of course, subscribe. If you think this was a cool video, share it with some of your friends. That's a wrap though. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.